Hello everyone, I'm Amber Harless and welcome to this week's Social Second. We have a huge weekend of athletic events coming up. In store today, softball and baseball step on home turf, men's basketball wins on a buzzer beater, and much more. Let's get started. Both men's and women's basketball teams took a trip down to the Bayou this past weekend, and Louisiana definitely got a taste of Troy, Alabama basketball. The men's team had a clean sweep with 2 wins. The men took on ULM Monday night, and in the first overtime game of the season, the Trojans clinched the 73-72 win thanks to Kevin Baker's three-pointer with just 3 seconds remaining in extra time. And as always, Barry McKnight was right there with the call.
13 seconds. Here's Person left side with 10. Looking into Bernardo. Here at the top with 8 is Baker. Gets a screen from Davis with 5. Baker a 3. Yes! Baker hits a 3 with 3 seconds to go. Coming the other way, Coppola from mid-court, and it's just short. Kevin Baker hits a 3 with 5 seconds to go, and Troy has won it in overtime.
On Saturday night, the Trojans beat UL Lafayette 100-88. This is the 3rd time Troy has marked up 100 points in a game this season. It was a record-setting night for Jordan Barnado, who had a career high of 31 points. Troy will return to Trojan Arena for 2 crucial home games coming up, one against Coastal Carolina on Saturday and another against Appalachian State on Monday. For more on Troy men's basketball, follow them on Twitter at Troy Men's Hoops. The women's team came home with a win and a loss. The Trojans dominated ULM last Thursday and closed the game with a 94-67 victory. All 15 players got time on the court, and it was their 9th Sun Belt Conference win. The Trojans never trailed ULM and had a 30-point lead in the second half of the game. Unfortunately, the Trojans weren't able to pull through on Saturday against the Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns. The ladies fell 80-72. The Ragin' Cajuns shot 61.7%, which is the highest mark by a Sun Belt Conference team this season and the highest against Troy in more than a decade. Troy entered the game leading the nation with 20 rebounds per game and turned in 19 on Saturday. Troy battled back in the final quarter to cut the deficit to 8, but not enough time on the clock to complete the comeback. Caitlin Ramirez finished with a team-high 16 points along with 9 rebounds. The Troy women's basketball team will host Appalachian State tonight at 6 and Coastal Carolina this Saturday at 2 p.m. in Trojan Arena. The games will also be a part of the Play for K breast cancer awareness program, so be sure to wear your pink to the games. For more information on Troy women's basketball, follow the team on Twitter at Troy Trojans WBB. Now let's swing it over for a softball update. The Troy softball team traveled to Boca Raton to compete in the FAU Kickoff Classic. The Trojans wrapped up the weekend with a 3-2 record with 2 wins over Bethune-Cookman and a 5-3 decision over NC State. Troy returns home to play at the Troy Softball Complex as it hosts the Trojan Classic starting tomorrow. For more information on the 4-team tournament, visit troytrojans.com/softball. Men's tennis didn't quite get the outcome they had hoped for during their first home match against North Florida on Monday. They fell 4-1 and recorded 1 single win and 1 doubles win. The men will be back on the road Friday to play Old Dominion. The women's tennis team fell to South Florida 6-1 in Tampa on Sunday. The team aims to bounce back with a pair of matches in Jacksonville, Florida this weekend. Troy Indoor Track and Field competed for the final time in the regular season in Birmingham at the Sanford Invitational. It was the Trojans' last chance to tune up before the Sun Belt Conference Championship. The meet was highlighted by Nyada Alexander's impressive second-place finish in the 200-meter dash. Overall, the 4x400-meter relay team finished 3rd with its best team time this season. The men's golf team will be traveling to Gainesville, Florida Thursday to kick off the start of their spring season at the Gator Invitational. They will tee off Saturday morning, and you can keep up with their scores on golfstat.com. Make plans tomorrow night to visit Riddle Pace Field as the baseball team takes on Xavier at 6 p.m. Be sure to go out and support the Trojan baseball team. And for today's wrap-up, we want to give a shout-out to our 10,000 viewers on last week's segment. Tune in every week and help us out as we try to beat that number. Want to keep up with all the action? Be sure to follow us on the usernames and handles down below on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat for highlights, updates, and all things Troy athletics. That's all for today's Social Second. Have a great day and go Trojans!